What's going on, everybody? This is the Osnator here, back again with another stream. Um, Shout out is like, I'm good. Besides the lashing game earlier, how are you? I'm doing all right. Just kind of tired at the moment. Um, because I actually had a bunch of streams today. Showed Angry Care Bears a little bit of the Snyder Cut. We're gonna watch a little bit more of it tonight. Hopefully, finish it. Um, yeah, today we're just gonna read fan fiction. I'm kind of by myself at the moment, so uh, anything can happen here. Uh, just gonna read fan fiction. Gonna read some fan fiction. Gonna do some fun stuff. I'm probably not gonna have a very long stream tonight. Um, Probably an hour and a half, maybe. Not not very long. Um, like in the title, it says we're reading a Riverdale fan fiction, which, if I sound a little tired, by the way, guys, it's because I am. I'm really tired. But then everyone's probably wondering, like, oh, Austin, why would you stream when you're tired? I'm like, well, because maybe I want to stream when I'm tired. You don't know. All right, you don't know, guys. Come on, you don't know. You don't know. You know. God freaking Grace Randall. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I did not mean for Grace Randolph to come out. I really do apologize. I did not intend for that to happen. We're like we're just gonna have a fun. We're just gonna have a fun night tonight. You know, we're just gonna read fan fiction. We're gonna do some stuff. Have fun. Understandable. We got Oliver Queen, the Arrow. What's going on? Do what you gotta do. Hey, Anzo, what's up, man? Oh, we got CC, the Queen of Angst, coming in here.
Hello, and again, really? You're alone?
Yeah, you know, it's
Sour, Nindroids, dude!
yeah, just going in it alone a little bit.
Okay. Okay, I need to mute myself for a minute because I need to get some dinner, so I'm just gonna run over to the cafeteria real quick.
Sure, no problem. So as you can tell by the title, we are reading a Riverdale fanfic. Yes, that is indeed what we're reading today. Chrome tab. Let's see here. We got Ashes of Silken Memories. What a title, guys. It already sounds like an amazing title. Sorry. Yes, so it's a Riverdale fan fiction. I don't even know. I honestly, guys, I have not read this yet, so kind of tired. Just shh. Yes, so let me see here. Let's see what the tags are before I even read this. Let's see the ship here. We got Betty Cooper / Jughead Jones, Jughead Jones / Veronica Lodge, and Betty Cooper / Archie Andrews past references. Okay, so this is a Jughead fan fiction. Good to know. Good to know, Austin. Good to know. Bughead Freeform. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. And the author is Bughead Bitch. What an author, everybody. Bughead Bitch. That's gonna be my new nickname. Bughead Bitch Austinator. Cause that's a bitchin' nickname. Get it? Cause Jughead Bitch, bitch. No, never mind. Okay. So let's see what it's about here. Summary: Betty and Jughead were high school sweethearts, wild and tormented, but strong then. The biggest scare of their young hearts broke them apart, and fate played its cards in the opposite direction. Oh, okay. 10 years later, they meet again, but this time she wasn't a golden ray of sunshine he knew. She was broken, bruised, and deadly. Behind bars for murdering her abusive husband. He wasn't the silly, sweet, and sarcastic Jughead Jones she knew either. He was a first-rank lawyer from New York with a paralyzed fiancée and a devastating past. People thought he had everything, but deep down, he was still struggling to find himself. Old feelings start to resurface when Jughead finds himself sitting behind the glass in front of her, but again, fate turns out as their biggest enemy, making it far more difficult to turn back when they are both tied in chains of commitments, wilderness, and mistakes. Will they find their way back to each other, or will all of it go down in ashes? Damn, that's dark. I think. Really, really dark. Let's see here. You know what? Let me share the stream around, let everybody know that we're still we're live. We already had Anzo in the chat. We had um we already got some people in the chat. What's going on, guys? I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about now. Just stuff's happening. We had Anzo Shadow Hunter Arrow in the chat. Guys, what's going on? Give me a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to share the stream around. Some beeswax. Do I want to share it on Discord? Do I not want to share it on Discord? I'll share it in Discord. Let's see here. Group chat. Well, just share it there. And I guess I could, I shared it, so I'll take it for what it is. All right, chapter 1. This is going to be interesting. This is a very dark story. What brought you back to Riverdale? After all the recognition in New York, why did you feel you have to turn to a small town? The pen sticking on the upside of his ear as he asked the last question in his list. He made sure that the tape was correctly placed on the table with the angle of the... Hello? Do I get chicken? Oh, wait, sorry. Private chat. I don't... So let me read this chapter here. After all the recognition in New York, why did you feel you have to turn to a small town? The pen sticking on the upside of his ear as he asked the last question in his list. He made sure that the tape was correctly placed on the table with the angle of the voice's momentum so it could be recorded without any faded or missing words. As I told you earlier, Riverdale is my hometown, and I have a deep connection with it. He sighed, fixing his mic on his hem and his mind on the particular question and smiling. I wanted to set up my firm here. Doesn't matter how much recognition I had or have in some other place. If I do my work correctly, I can regain it wherever I go. He concluded with a warm smile towards the man sitting on the other side. It was great talking to such a wise man like you, Mr. Jones. The interviewer stood up and shook his hands with him firmly. I look forward to see you grow even more. We don't have much honest people like you left in here. I wish I continued portraying the truth as it is, otherwise it's no use being the best lawyer. He left the man on the other side awestruck of his wisdom. He swiftly made his way out of the suffocated office of Riverdale Register and loosened his tie while getting into his car. All the memories, everything was flooding back to him, and it ached his mind. The childhood, the teen years he spent in this small stifled town were all just too painful for him now. He never wanted to return. but yet here he was, sitting in his car which faced Pop's, still open as always and full of customers even on a weekday. The drizzling weather tingled his visions, and then at once he saw two very familiar people laughing carelessly at the stairs of Pop's. He slowly got out of his car, lifted his hand in the air, and took off his specs, trying to visualize the impossible properly. Rain started pouring on him, damping his vision as he witnessed the scene in confusion. Jug, stop! She laughed. She laughed. Hitting him with her umbrella. Her giggles were music to his ears. Hee hee hee. Her pretty blonde locks were falling in curls on her shoulders, half wet, half dried from the rain. Not until you give it back to me. Ha ha ha. He laughed back, trying to snatch the bag from her hand, and kept on splashing water on her with his feet. Both of their clothes were damp, but they couldn't care less as long as they were in each other's arms. Everything was perfect. They were dancing and playing in the rain. He was getting big-time feeling of deja vu. He remembered this scene correctly, as if it was just yesterday that they graduated. As if they never left. As if everything was the same.
Hi, can I get that to go, please?
To go?
Yep.
What kind of pizza?
Chicken?
As if everything was the same. It was back then. But then again, he remembered that it was no them anymore. He doesn't even know where she lived or what she does. When he vowed to himself that he won't reach out, he meant it. A chime of his phone was enough to snap him back physically into reality, but he somehow left himself in the past with that drizzling thought. Should I cook pizza or maybe cook your favorite pasta for you? What do you want? /V. Don't go anywhere near the stove. I'm bringing lunch home. /J. He replied and smiled looking at her text. She's always worried about his food, and knowing that she can't cook anymore is the part that tears her up every time. Jughead loved her cooking. The sweet scent of sauces and spices and the perfect presentation she did for him was the best part of her cooking. He misses it too, but things don't always remain the same, and especially the best things are often taken away when you need them the most. He drove away to his home, clearing his mind of the pain he was feeling from walking into that diner. Everything once again felt like crumbling down in just one frickin' day. Pop died 2 years ago, Jughead. Pop Tate's son sighed, handling him his bag. Wait. No, it is handling him his bag. And smiling at him like an old friend usually do. But he felt like he was shot in the chest. Pop Tate? No. He just shook his head and held the burgers, then left the diner silently. Was sadness in the air today? Or was he just feeling extra gloomy? He never found the answers. It's been a week he's back here. The whole week he was setting up his office and home. Didn't have the time to socialize or talk to anyone. But the first day he goes out and tries to relive. He's shot in the chest with desolated memories. This town hasn't changed a brink. Same gloominess, same suffocation. He pulled in his driveway and made his way inside. Opening the door, he smiled widely, looking at her cute little figure sitting in the chair. She smiled back and excitedly tried to hurry over to him, dragging her wheelchair, but he stopped her in her tracks and kissed her hair with a smile. Let's see here. Where am I here? I think I'm far away. Hi, she squealed, looking up at a standing figure.
Wow, that's your best girl impression, huh, dude?
Honestly, I'm kind of just winging it tonight, so, I mean...
Well, Nendroid's in the chat, so...
Yes, I am.
You know what, then you can do your girl voice, Nendroid.
I just arrived here. What type of fan fiction are we reading today? Besides, I know it's Riverdale, but what type of Riverdale fan fiction?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's a very dark one.
Ooh, I love dark Riverdale.
Media innings sounds like Riverdale to me.
I mean, it's called Ashes of Silken Memories, so I mean, it's got to be dark.
And that's Riverdale.
going on, EJ?
But yeah, all right. Now where are we at?
You have to say hi.
Hi.
She squealed, looking up at his standing figure. Her eyebrows were sweetly matching with the smile that was plastered on her face after watching him come home. Hi, how was your day? He said, placing lunch on the counter. He moved carefully from in between the boxes and pulled out plates from the cabinets.
I slept till 11. Wait, who is this character?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, I need to know. I slept till 11, then woke up and cleaned our room, and then I moved some light boxes. Tried taking a shower, but failed. Failed. So just washed my hair and then texted you.
She happily announced her all-day achievements. Whoa, that's a lot. I told you, don't try moving the boxes without me, he replied, turning around to face her happy facade, and then facing the counter again. Also, I said no showering alone, Ronnie. It might get slippery. You have to be careful while I'm not around.
Wait, what?
It's a twist!
It's Ronnie. Oh my god, it's Veronica and Jughead.
What's up, Deshaun?
The couple that technically kind of makes sense, but are not even close to each other at all.
No. So therefore, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm saying like it makes sense because both of them had daddy issues.
Mm.
All right, and both of them knows what drug dealing and all of that is pretty bad, and both knows some stuff with their fathers with gangs and all of that. So you know, some stuff like that.
There we go.
Yeah, it's okay, Doug. I can't just sit back and watch you do all the work.
Again, sorry, I just had to get dinner.
Makes
That's
sense.
perfectly fine.
She sighed, dragging the wheelchair further.
I
Oh my god.
Can't let you face all my burden.
Hey, you're not a burden, okay? He said, frowning. I like doing your stuff, and everything's gonna be okay in a matter of a few months. He lied, closing his eyes, knowing that it may not be
Wow, he's
possible.
a freaking lying cheater.
Son of a bitch, I knew it.
Wait,
This is the twist.
Jughead is a cheater now?
Fucking piece of shit, Jughead.
He was Betty and Ronnie?
Okay, you're a fucking liar, dude.
Oh my god, I'm so confused, but I'm loving this.
She may not be able to walk again. They may not be able to live the life both of them planned together. She may not survive the surgery.
Wait,
Wait,
what? What?
I'm sorry, but that just jumped from like 7 to like 50 in 2 seconds. What the hell?
Yeah, this is called. I think this plot, this plot needs a little bit more development. But you know what? Well, that's perfectly fine. Veronica is my number one favorite female character in the whole show. Sherry. What the fuck am I talking about? Cheryl is number 3, and Betty's number 2. Fuck, you know what? Sherry's my number 1.
Sherry
Why not?
is my number 1. Why not? No, it's not. No, it's not.
Sherry.
Ryan, there's a thing called I'm still not feeling good, but when there's a Riverdale stream, especially when it's SplashTalk, I have to come on.
Cherry. There, that's my favorite character.
No, my favorite character is Jughead. Our female character is probably Betty, because Betty's badass. But anyway, I guess let's continue.
You don't have to lift excessive weight till then, okay? He said, but there wasn't any answer from the other end. He stood still, thinking maybe he said too much. Maybe he gave out a false hope to her. She silently started shedding tears unconsciously, looking at the ground, her hands in her lap and her head bent down. He rushed towards her little sitting figure and sat down in front of her, lifting her face with his hands. Hot tears. Oh, welcome, Sour.
Also, did I miss something? Did they say as to how or why she's in a freaking wheelchair?
They have not yet,
No, they haven't.
so that's going to be interesting.
Oh shit!
Let's
Did I just
see
drop
here.
something on my end?
That sucks.
Yeah, it's fine. Just drop the fork.
Gotcha.
Though I will say, if that thing had just landed straight on my lap, that would have been painful.
Oh shit. Yeah, if it did, yeah.
Oh shit, I think this is shit.
What?
I said, I think this is shit.
Really? It's it?
It's interesting shit, but that's it. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Ah, yeah.
Let's see here. Consciously looking at the ground, her hands in her lap and her head bent down. He rushed towards her little sitting figure and sat down in front of her, lifting her face with his hands. Hot tears were springing out of her eyes, and she was furiously wiping them away.
Oh my god, the crying count number 1.
Oh god, here we go. Yep. Put it on the count. Put it on the count. 1, 1. God, if we get a hug, I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed. Ronnie, he lifted her head in his hands. Everything's gonna be okay. Again, false hope. Okay.
What if I? No, sorry, my bad.
What if I never walk down?
She sobbed.
What if we never have kids?
I don't know why it just... There we go. I don't know why it just took me out of this thing.
What? Live the life we want it to live.
Don't think like that, Ronnie. He wiped away the tears that left her eyes and embraced her in a tight hug. Son of a bitch.
Hug count.
Put it on the 1 count. Put the hug count. Oh gosh, there's one thing I hate more than furniture is the crying and hugging. I swear to God, like if someone has to cry and hug every chapter, I'm telling you, in that one story, nope, I'm not even gonna start it. Nope, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. Austin, just stop. Stop it. Stop. Just calm down. We're not even a half hour in. Just relax. We're not gonna freak out yet. Don't think like that, Ronnie. He wiped the tears that left her eyes and embraced her in a tight hug. We'll be okay.
Is this my part?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you promise?
Remember the furniture? Yeah, I do remember the furniture. I'm still pissed off about it.
Oh, get.
The words left her mouth and deadly silence filled the room. He didn't know. He didn't know.
Again, with my connection.
Damn.
My internet hates me today.
Yes, the internet. Oh, the internet.
Oh,
It's like also, wow, Austin, this fanfic is hitting all of your spots. We got hugging, crying, and furniture.
Wait, what?
wait. Okay, this is still chapter 1, right?
Yeah.
We're only on chapter 1 and we're 24 minutes in. I know I was late, because I was debating on coming on. But wow, just wow,
Fucking
Austin, you're a failure.
Sorry, before my internet connection cut out, I heard something about furniture. It's like, oh, Joy, like we got the trifecta of the stuff in fanfic that Austin hates.
Oh
yeah, because fuck everything with fucking crying, hugging, and furniture. I'm telling you, every time with the furniture, every time I see this stuff, I want to say,
Who let the lemon head into the room? You are a waste of life, and you should give up.
that is what I want to say. Because the thing is, I hate when I have to read cry. Like, literally, that one story, the first chapter is hugging and crying. Hugging and crying. Don't play your clip on my show. Hugging and crying. That was the entire story of that one fanfic I read. It's ridiculous. Can you guys come up with better ideas than hugging and crying?
And I figured the fanfic you're referring Yeah, so again, I think the fanfic you're referring to is Super Daughter.
That's all they have to do. But instead, no, they don't want to do that. They're like, no, we got to make everything about crying. Oh, boo-hoo me. Oh, they literally cry for no fucking reason sometimes. I'm not even kidding. They could stub their toe and they'd be crying. Like, literally, Barry started crying for like 5 chapters. Caitlin was crying. Kara was crying. Barry was crying. You know what? Get over yourselves.
To be honest, though, if you stubbed your toe, wouldn't you want to cry?
That is true. But still, what the Woo! Stuff like this, man. Stuff like this drives me crazy. That and furniture. Like, seriously, why did Batman and Batgirl... Why was Batgirl complain about furniture the entire time? That's all I want to know. I want to know what was the deal with the furniture. Like, so what? Maybe he doesn't have a good taste in furniture, but guess what? That's okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let's continue.
All right, yes, I should continue before I just... This entire rest of the stream...
Blow a gasket?
Yeah, because now I'm getting pissed. Because now I'm like... Oh, okay. Alright. Do you promise? The words left her mouth, and deadly silence filled the room. He didn't knew how to answer that. Knew! That it's no! No, not how to answer that.
How dare you, Austin?
What if he fails her again? He silently nodded a little and kissed both of her hands. We'll get through this, were the only words that left his mouth, and his eyes wandered to her fingers where the emerald sat peacefully, making her hands look even more beautiful. It was a promise of unity and love. He failed her once, and he wasn't going to do that again. Alright, your trial is in 2 weeks, and you still have neither a solid proof about your story nor any witnesses. The brunette scoffed and smashed the papers on the table in front of her. Her hands rested on her chin as she spoke again. Mrs. Cooper even failed to find you an attorney since no one wants to fight for you. Well, damn. That's
Damn.
You know what? Why not? Why not? Story. Why not? Why not? Okay. What is their problem exactly? Like, did she say something wrong? You know, did she do this? Did she see the like? Why? Why? She didn't speak for a moment. She was too used to all this stuff now. It's been 2 months and 4 court hearings, and she says the same things over and over, but there isn't anybody who would stand up for her and fight. Who wants to be Betty?
Oh god, I'll be Betty.
No.
All right. No.
Okay, no, Sour will be Betty.
No, Sour has to be Betty.
I will be?
Yes,
Why
yes,
me?
you will. Come
But
on,
my
do it for
mic
your
is
sick
delayed because of my crappy Wi-Fi.
No. Do it for your
No
sick
excuses.
buddy, all right?
No
Do it for your
excuses.
sick buddy, all right?
God damn it. Damn it. Where are we at?
There's no walking out of this for you.
Reading.
Yeah, there is,
Um,
especially with your sick buddy right there.
I'm being forced.
Yes, you are.
Damn it.
Or else I'm gonna come.
No one wants to
I'm
fight
gonna
against.
beat
Okay,
you
wait. I gotta get into my voice.
up.
No one wants to fight against Archie Andrews.
She softly spoke with a taunt in her voice.
Even though he's dead, his fear is still alive in this goddamn town.
Wait, people fear Archie in this fanfic? Why?
I don't know.
What did he do?
Because people are pussies.
I don't know.
Archie dead.
A little smirk on her restless and desolated face appeared out of nowhere, which made her look dominant, but in fact, it was the exact opposite of it. I'm contacting your mother again, she announced, getting up from the seat. I'll let her know that if you don't find an attorney, I'll end you, and that's not what I want. Wait, so by ending, does that mean you're actually going to kill her?
Yeah,
Does that mean...
probably.
Well, what the fuck? So warriors are going to kill people now?
Yeah, what else?
You gotta love how in this moment she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell
is
on
this
you to
me?
your mother."
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's already the end?
She blinked her eyes in the oblivion, feeling hopeless, suffocated, and helpless as ever. You... Oh, what the fuck am I doing?
You win, Topaz. So claim your throne.
It's not the end if there isn't any fight. She smiled cunningly and slammed the door on her way out, leaving Betty and her thoughts alone in the dark.
Oh, yes, the dog.
You know, it's not... It was a decent start. Pretty
No,
decent
it wasn't.
start. What do you mean it wasn't a decent start?
It was not. Austin, this was shit.
It was
But guess
not
what?
shit.
Nothing can compare this to Riverdale season 4, so I'll give it a pass.
You know, Nindroid, you're just a hater, okay?
You know what?
Yeah,
Fuck you.
Android.
Yeah, and enjoy you hater.
If you want.
Yeah, you're gonna hate on an author
Be
named
right back.
Bughead Bitch.
Season 4 sucks. Seasons 1 to 3 and then 5 is good so far.
Season
I
1
still
was the
have to-
best.
No, season 1's not the best. What the?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
Best.
okay. No, season 1. Now I am clearing up my throat, and I don't care if this damages my throat. But guess what? Riverdale season 1 is not the best because season 1 was so boring.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! The cow says moo! Cock-a-doodle-doo! The cow says moo!
Then we had Archie and Miss Grundy having an affair, which that was horseshit.
That's what she said.
I mean, like, Sienna, have you seen season 3?
I'm the Lizard King.
Well, then you should watch it because there's the Gargoyle King instead of the Lizard King. So, yeah. Season 3 is the best. Or 2. Season 4 shit. Season 5 is alright so far, besides the alien shit.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. All right, chapter 2. Tell me again. She softly smiled as he. Oh wait, fuck! It's Veronica. Veronica.
Oh, okay. Here I go, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell me again.
She softly smiled as he slipped a necklace from behind on her neck. She was smiling ear to ear, just looking at his raven locks falling on his emerald eyes. Her sleek satin dress matched with the black tux he wore. It created a spectrum of love in her heart, which she never even knew existed before he came into her life.
Okay, new drinking game. Take a shot every time you have to read the word smile.
Well, I don't have a drink on me, so you know what? I'll just pretend I have one.
I can go get some milk.
No.
Take a shot of milk.
Yeah.
You gotta have your bones be big and strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, and you'll get muscles. Like, oh well, my camera. I'm not gonna turn it. But anyway, yeah, you'll get muscles like mine.
You're gonna get
What
muscles
muscles?
like you're gonna get muscles like
Shut up,
Archie.
Deanna. Anyway,
Why can't I just stay at home, honey?
And do what? Wait for me all night? He smiled
Okay, I'm
and
back.
giggled to himself. Hey, Sour's back.
okay,
Yay.
Ryan,
Hey, it's me.
Ryan, quickly.
Yay.
So right when you left,
Yeah?
Deanna thinks season 1 of Riverdale is the best season. Ryan, can you agree with me that that's absolutely false?
It is not. Look, okay, opinions
you
are
look.
subjective, but that opinion is wrong. No, I'm kidding. But
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. No, I'm playing around. It's okay.
I'm sorry, Sienna.
That's fine.
Now, however, when Sour says Batwoman is better than Titans, that's just false.
Now that's
Oh my God!
yeah.
Shut up! Shut up!
Well, Ryan, it's true though. You know, it's true though.
How can you pick
Okay,
compare the
keep
two when
reading.
they're both bad?
There's scientific facts. All right, that's a fact. All right, Riverdale season 1 as the best season is not a fact. But yo, Batwoman
Proclaimed by Newton. He clearly said that Batwoman was worse than Titans. Newton said it so much.
It's in the Bible, for crying out loud, Ryan.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Titans is good.
Jesus'
but
last words.
Batwoman is worse. That's just. See, listen. I agree that we all have the right to our own opinions, but Sour, that opinion is just absolutely false.
I'm gonna make skin masks from ass material.
Yeah, we should crash the back.
Like, season 2 of Batwoman is worse than season 2 of Titans. Like, let's be real with ourselves here.
That is true. And I've only seen the first episode of that,
Same.
and it was still garbage.
Yeah, also, hold on. I want to go on a whole tangent about that once we're done with the fanfic, so just letting that be known right now.
All right.
Alrighty. And do what? Wait for me all night? He smiled back at her giggling self. You have to go out and socialize. Mwah! He frowned and smiled again. His stubborn side was kicking in, and she loved to tease him when he was being mulish. Let's start our lives here like we had in New York.
What if I move?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She sighed and glared at his tall, bent, standing, muscular, square,
Oh my god.
circle, rectangle,
Oh god.
cube,
Special
figure
goo.
behind. No, don't you dare! No, none of the special goo. None of the special goo. And
I do.
if I get one mention of, actually no, Sour has the right to even joke about it because he was there. He suffered that with us.
Hey, I can joke about it because I sent you to fic.
Fair enough. Nindroid, you can't
Yeah.
joke about it.
Nindroid, you can't.
Oh well, that's so unfair.
What do you mean that's unfair?
It's so unfair. You know
No,
what?
right.
I'm gonna leave. Austin, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, bye. Oh, he left.
He actually left. I'm
Damn.
genuinely.
No, I didn't.
He's still here. He will always be here.
I will always be here, and now
God.
it's no longer.
And ever,
After
and
we're dead.
ever.
Even after the rumbling, he'll still be alive.
Yeah.
You know,
I
just for the
have
special
nothing
goo
to
comments,
say.
I have a special clip for that.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Me.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Me.
This is all of you.
Maybe you are the asshole.
Yeah, it's actually the asshole.
Okay,
There are
fanfic.
many things that'll trigger me. Furniture, special goo, and crying and hugging will trigger me.
Hey!
At least Michael Scott agrees with me. Veronica Lodge is not in a party mood. He laughed and clicked shut the earring on her left ear. Unbelievable.
You really are the most stubborn man I've ever met.
She cracked.
Okay.
Wait, are you
She
playing as Betty?
cracked. No, he's
No, I'm
Veronica.
playing Veronica Lodge. That's drunk
Okay.
right now. Oh god, oh god, oh
Let's see here.
god.
Yeah, I lost myself again. Hang on. Nope, never mind. I found it.
Oh my God.
She cracked and broke and snapped a giggle, and he bent over again to give her a sweet peck on the lips. Their lips connected, and she
Bent over for her to peg him.
Oh no!
no,
I'm getting out of here. Get over here.
no, wait a minute. Hang on a second.
You're gonna get pegged, Archie. Archie,
No.
bend over. I'ma peg you.
No,
No.
it's Jughead. This.
That
this
we're
fan-
going that this fan fiction. No,
Hey,
we're not. It's not that type of fan fiction.
Yeah. So
At
this
least I
fan
hope.
fiction,
Damn it.
Brian. This fan fiction is Jughead and Veronica as a couple.
Yeah, it's Jughead and Veronica.
Oh, so Jughead is gonna be
Yeah.
pegged by Veronica.
Wait, but how? Because Veronica's in a
it.
wheelchair.
Good boy.
Don't think about it.
You know what?
Magic.
Wonder how
I
that
like your
would
funny
work.
words, Magic Man.
Magic. That's always the good answer.
It's magic.
Their lips connected. Their lips connected, and she felt fits of joy in her brain, like she could just get up and wrap her little arms around him. It was all she wanted to do. She wasn't the Veronica Lodge she used to be, the one with big dreams and goals. Her wishes were now sweet and simple. She just wanted a life away from hustle and chaos of New York with him, where she could protect him from his deadly past, and he could do the same for her. They both just wanted to escape from all the things they've been through and what they're going through. But alas, despite of their wishes being simple, life and fate was never so giving and merciful for them. They always had to fight for everything, and they were still fighting.
Tell me, where are we going again?
She
Okay.
pulled back and asked, caressing his cheeks.
The second they said fight, I thought they were going to start throwing hands.
Oh, they just go boxing gloves and then just start throwing hands.
That would have been perfect.
Yes.
She pulled back and swung her fist right into his face.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I stand corrected.
Broke.
Damn, shawty.
Senator Mason invited us to their public gathering in town hall. It's a fancy meetup parties of lawyers and businessmen and all the assholes who run this town. He scoffed, dragging her wheelchair towards the door. They talked their way to the town hall with light music playing in the car. Both of them were really smiley and happy, not knowing what was to come. It was their way of living. Smiling through chaos was what they had mastered from the very beginning of time, but they both knew as long as they are together, they'll get through whatever life throws at them.
I failed. You cannot.
No, let Sienna do this.
Okay,
Oh.
wait. Where am I?
You
Oh. Wait, no, it's Ryan.
no, it's not.
I thought it was
Okay.
Betty.
I failed you, didn't I?
A soft voice cracked from her throat that broke the deafening silence between the two blonde-haired, broken women sitting across each other with a glass in between them. The other end was still silent and lost in thoughts. Her green eyes were shining with the invisible tears that formed in the back of her mind. She just silently nodded, knowing that whatever happened was supposed to be. It wasn't anybody's fault that she was behind an iron-tainted wall that separated her from her mother, who she wanted to hug desperately.
Okay, so still me?
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
she spoke again.
talk to me, please.
She was constantly trying to get an answer from her, just desperate to hear her voice, even curse her for starting all of this, but just speak to her so she can finally be at peace. Alice was constantly drowning in guilt.
Okay, damn it, I lost it. Allison, highlights, please.
Highlight, yes.
Right. I could have saved her. I could have just stopped whatever was happening, but I didn't.
Her thoughts threw her in oblivion, and she fell into a fit of tears that she'd been holding for too long. All right, now this is Betty.
Sour.
Oh, this is me? Oh, sorry. You have to stop visiting me.
She finally spoke to her, but her cold voice broke Alice even more.
I don't want you to spend the rest of your life visiting your murdered daughter in jail cells and prisons.
Yeah. Don't say it like that, Betty.
She shouted, tears springing out of her eyes like running fountains as she tried to hold herself together. Oh wait, never mind. We need a couple more tallies for the crying column.
Crying count 2.
No,
actually, it would be 3 because
it's
Alice
done, Mom.
was
It's over.
She shouted back.
I killed my husband. I'm a fucking murderer.
This time she started stuttering.
Given up on all the laws that could prove that I'm innocent because his fucking town and his people still fear him.
Okay, wait. So Betty killed Archie?
I guess she did. I don't know how the story works because...
Damn.
Damn, Betty cold as ice.
Damn, Shotty.
Damn. She concluded and looked down on the table in front of her so she can hide her desolated face from her mother.
There's no way out of Archie Andrews' trap.
Okay, wait. Oh, wait, it's me. I'm sorry.
Alice said, dropping the phone and running out of the block, furiously wiping her tears, once again blaming herself for everything. She said that people like you, they are too precious for this world, he said, proceeding towards her backing figure. A slithering feeling in her heart wanted her to scream for help, but she knew no one will be here to help her.
Archie, she's not real.
She stumbled back on the table and begged for her life, but it was all in vain. He wasn't ready to listen to anything that she said. She was too nice to be alive, and he was determined to remove her traces from her world.
Just please listen to me.
I love you, he confessed smilingly, looking at her scared figure. I love you, but I love her even more.
Archie, please. She's not there.
She pleaded again, tears rolling down on her cheeks.
I am real. Our baby is real. Please don't do this.
She will be angry if I didn't do what she asked.
Stop!
She shouted with her hand on her stomach. Blood splashed everywhere on the walls and on her skin. Within a blink of second, everything was ruined. Her life and her baby. His life in secret, little red head standing in front of him, smiling cunningly as always. She crumbled into pieces in front of him as he bled through his heart. The painful memories rolled inside her mind as she was being dragged to her cell by guards. They locked the bars from outside along with her mind inside a hellhole which had no way out. Well, damn.
Damn. Okay, so who is this? Veronica?
I think it's Veronica.
Yo, Nendroid.
Oh wait, no, this is Jughead at first. You doing good? An hour went by in a blink of a second as they began to talk with the people at the party. Veronica found some ladies of her interest and got lost in the chat and forgot that she wasn't even in the mood to socialize when she came in. He slowly made his way towards where she was sitting with many other women and asked quietly.
Many other women. Nendroid. Hey, yo. Wake up. Wake up.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Yo,
Hey,
Andrew, tell him to wake the fuck up.
Hey, yo, Adrian. 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 Oh, Peter. Hey, Adrian. Check it out. I punched a Carlo Creed. Oh, Peter.
Where the fuck are you?
Oh, Rocky.
Oh my god.
Hey, Adrian. Hey, Adrian. I beat Ivan Drago. Oh, Rocky. Hey, Adrian. Check it out. I beat Clubber Lang. Oh, Rocky.
This episode has officially gone off the fucking rails.
Well, when one has the show,
Yeah, you
never
think?
gone off the rails.
Oh my god. Yeah, when was it ever on the rails?
Good point.
God. This is a fucking train from Back to the Future. There are no rails.
There's never rails, let's be honest with ourselves.
Uh-huh.
You do. I'm enjoying myself here, she replied with a smile. Hey, Lois, are you enjoying yourself here? Oh, Peter. Yes, I am, Peter.
Jimmy's man.
Oh, God.
God.
Jimmy's mad so hard. I want to screw her while eating a croissant.
What the hell?
I have no idea.
Like, freaking, I'm like doing the Peter and Lois, and then you're freaking doing Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I tried to sneak out of the house, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks kept alerting my parents.
I could not keep a straight face while he was doing that.
Oh, God. Freaking. No.
All right, let's continue.
Thank
We got
God.
impressions of Jared Leto. We got freaking Shaggy, freaking Carl, Peter, like everything, freaking Rocky. Like, this shit is just going. This shit, yeah, we got to keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Both of them exchanged glances and went back to their places when a strange yet so familiar man caught Jughead's eye, and he walked towards him, standing there in a blue tux, wine in hand and same tightened jaw, looking handsome as ever, and making small and sweet talk with the ladies, stood Reggie Mantle, Jughead's best friend from high school. He smirked, still looking at him, flirting with whoever possible in this big gathering. He didn't change a blink, just got a little mature look on his face, but same old habits. Jughead made his way towards him, slightly nervous about him, reacting towards his arrival. He knew he left a ton of people mad by the way he left town, and never looked back. And Reggie was surely one of them, but he had to shoot his shot now, because it was now or never. Reggie? A slight nervous and serious tone made its way out of his throat, and he cleared it instantly with a cough. He turned around to a so familiar yet so strange voice that lingered in his ears. Somehow, his heartbeat started to shoot up by the thought of him standing in front of him after all those years. But he was still around. But he's still around, and found him with a warm smile and nervous face. Hey yo, Forsyth. He smuttered. What the fuck? It's Smuckers. Freaking, he smuckered.
He smuttered.
Freaking smuckered. Freaking Smucker's jelly peanut butter. He used Smucker's freaking jelly peanut butter. Freaking, I don't know. He smuckered. He muttered, looking through at the respective gathering. His face was stunned at his sudden appearance out of the blue. He was not going to lie that he actually buried Jughead after waiting 3 years for him to reach out. Reggie decided that whatever bond they had was not so strong for Jughead to actually tell him about what happened with them before leaving quietly. He was a tough guy, but Jughead leaving like that was a shocker for him. How are you? Were the only words that came out of his mouth instead of, I'm sorry. Hey, yo, I knew it. His eyes twitched even more as he frowned at him. Firstly, Jughead couldn't comprehend what he meant. Hey, yo, I fucking knew you would come. Hey, Adrian, I fucking knew he would come. He whispered, yelled at him, leaving wide-eyed in confusion. Hey, yo, you just turned to dust 10 years ago, leaving no trace. And now you return to set her free? He said, interrupting him and mentally joining the dots he created himself.
Austin, what is that voice?
I don't know. Nodding furiously with his drink in his hand. Hey, yo, I'm not even surprised. Hey, Adrian, I'm not even surprised. Set her free? Who? What are you talking about, Reggie? He said as he saw fury build up in his eyes, and he made his way out of his reach. Jughead stopped him in his tracks by holding his arm and turned him around. I have no clue. Who? She? What is going on? He slowly made him sit on a lonely table beside the stood gathering. Hey, yo! So you don't know anything, huh? Hey, Adrian! He ain't know nothing! He taunted him with a frown, and he nodded in response. Hey, yo! You're trying to make me think that you show up in this godforsaken town just in time for a final trial out of thin air? Who, Reggie? He shouted enough for him to hear. Hey, yo! Betty, Jughead! Hey, Adrian! It's Betty! He finally spat, looking at his confused face. Don't kid me! I don't fucking know what is happening here. I landed back 2 weeks ago, Reggie. Hey, yo! She murdered Archie! His voice cold and serious. Disgust dripping from his accent like he was talking about someone who he doesn't know. Oh shit, he does have an accent. Freaking, I don't know why. I don't know why I just cast him as Sylvester Stallone. I don't know why I did that. Well, actually, I'm not surprised. I casted Hulk Hogan as Harry Potter, so.
That you did.
I don't know why. I just was just going on as Harry Potter, as Hulk Hogan, oh, what you gonna do, brother, when Harry Potter will go and runs wild on you? Fucking, I'm sorry. I'm just going crazy.
Clearly.
Oh man, you know what? The furniture really broke me.
Clearly.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Hey, yo! Talk about a heavy pain in your chest, which way makes its way from between your ribs to your heart, making you nauseous and turning you into a corpse at the same time. And then eventually you die by the slow poisoning of life itself. Jughead felt that happening beside him. He was left shaken to the core. He just wanted to wake up from this presumed nightmare, but it was real as the pain he was feeling. Betty! Murder! No way! Oh! She was a beautiful ray of sunshine, a beautiful picture of innocence and an epitome of kindness. Happiness used to spread wherever she went, with her free blonde locks blessing the air around them. It can't be real, he said to himself as he felt the tears that built up in his mind, the tears he was ignoring since he came back to this gloomy town. Hey, yo, Jughead, snap out! His silence was making Reggie panic. He quickly realized that he was being an asshole, and maybe he broke this news to his coolest self in such a sudden way. Archie! Were the words that came out of his mouth, and a million questions started spinning in his mind. Why Archie? What did he do? What happened between the two of them? Hey, yo, I'm sorry, Jug. I was being an asshole. He apologized and stood up, taking his drink with him. Hey, yo, I guess I'll see you around then. Taking his guilt with him, he just made his way out of his sight, leaving him and his thoughts alone. That night, he was quiet most of the time. When Veronica was finally asleep, he searched everything he could about her, her life, her family. What can possibly happen that left her with no choice than to just kill a man? Both of them knew since childhood in cold blood. Too much shockers in one night. Betty in jail. Archie was dead. Her last hearing is in 2 weeks. Then she'll be sent to prison. It was too much drama and exaggeration, and his blood boiled at the sight of the words of the media, who would do anything just for their advertising, the spiced-up reality and the buttered-up words for the gossip-loving people who were getting on his nerves.
Been an hour.
Yeah?
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, but beep, 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 it's been an hour, fan fiction.
No, I'm gonna continue.
Alright.
Murder of the Andrews heir. Riverdale mourns the loss of Archibald Andrews.
Archibald,
War-
really?
Archibald. Archie is bald.
Well, that was said in the show, so I'll give it a pass.
Archie's bald.
Yeah, Archie is bald. He's just wearing a wig.
I fucking knew it.
That's what Clifford. I think Clifford in season 1 called him that.
Freaking, he's bald.
Bald. Bald.
Shit, now I gotta have a clip of that where it's like going, bald, 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 my eyes.
Yeah, so you need to clip that.
Dude, I'm clipping that. That's just good. My eyes. All right. Shit, I might do that. Well, actually, no, I won't do that right now. Fuck, I want to do it though.
Huh? Also, I need to challenge myself on something. I need to see if I can find a Babylon fanfic cringier than the actual show.
Oh God, there probably is. Blood war between two lovers. Elizabeth Andrews allegedly murdered her own husband. Lovers? Husband? These words sprung in his wind like a hurricane. She married Archie. Once again, his mind was attacked by memories. He's a creep, he scoffed in his defense. His eyes were burning holes in the redhead that stood at the end of the room with his backpack in his hands, and his eyes glued to her little figure.
Huh?
This is Betty.
So, Sour.
Oh, this is me?
Yeah.
You're cute when you're jealous.
She squealed and grabbed both of his cheeks with a warm smile. Betty, I'm not jealous. He glared back at her with a frown and noticed what she's been doing. And I have a reputation.
Yeah, but whipped asshole and dangerous kid from the south side.
She giggled, taking her seat. Did you just said whipped? His frown turned into a grin as he looked down at her.
Aren't you?
We're not talking about me right now, he smirked, changing the topic back. We're talking about how that creep asked you out when he knows you're my girlfriend.
I think he didn't know. I think he didn't know that we were together, and he's just a guy that seems disturbed.
She
I'm sure it's not that noticeable.
Maybe he needs.
All right.
Yes.
Dude, why you gotta do that?
Because
I mean-
I just had to.
I mean, it was a little too late, but you know what? It's better late than never. But actually, that's perfect when when it's time to end a conversation. It's like bald, 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 bald. Like, let's say, all right, Sour. Like, just give me an example of that. Like, let's just pretend like we're having a conversation and like you're just rambling on.
Yeah.
Just ramble on for a second.
So how are you guys today? I'm doing all right. What about you guys? Yeah, you guys are.
All right.
There we go. See, if someone's being annoying, I'll just play that
Yeah.
clip and it'll go bald, 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 bald. My eyes. All right, all right, all right. Oh, dude, that scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
Whatever, Betty. I'm not letting you anywhere near him. He seems dangerous. Betty.
Oh, still me? Shit. He's not dangerous.
She pouted at his red, furious face.
You're just jealous.
She shot him back another glare, which melted his heart. Maybe he really was whipped. Whatever the hell that means. He really was jealous at that time, but just too stubborn to admit that. He smiled, but suddenly his vision turned blur. He was crying. What? Why are you crying?
He was crying.
Why are you crying? Why? What is the purpose of that?
crying?
Why?
Like the meme.
Why?
Why? Why are you crying?
Why? 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 Why are you crying? God.
Answer me, bitch.
Put it four time. And his cheeks were now stained, but he didn't realize that till his glasses blurred his vision. How long? How long was she with him? What led to this? Since how long was he so slept on the world around him? How long will he survive knowing this? Riverdale's famous businessman Archie Andrews murdered by a pregnant wife. Last chance for Elizabeth Cooper to prove her innocence. One witness and a whole lot of chaos at the Andrews mansion. Lack of attorney and evidence in the Cooper-Andrews case. Fate of a murderer. Case goes to trial in a few days. Antoinette Topaz to lead in favor of Andrews' heir. Other side still silent. Will the stone be turned, or will it all go down against Elizabeth Andrews? The next day, she was beyond annoyed when a guard called out her name harshly. She shot up and looked at him. He was calling her out because she had a visitor. A visitor? Who could possibly visit her again? The whole town sans her mother hated her for what she did. Who else was dying to see her so early in the morning? She dizzily went over to her side of the glass. It was a man, unfamiliar to her. He had his head held down between both of his arms, which made a triangle on his neck. She judged from his look and concluded that he must be a lawyer who already lost this case. She judged it by his appearance and posture. She silently picked up the phone and brought it to her ears.
This me again?
Yeah,
Who are you?
she softly whispered, and his head shot up from his arms. I was picturing our future together, he said, still stirring the coffee that he had in his hands, while she looked over to him in despair, crying and sniffling. But maybe we're not looking at the same picture anymore. Jug? Oh,
Jug?
shit. Her eyes went wide looking at him. He was way different than what she remembered. He wasn't wearing his beanie. He, in fact, left it at her dorm room the night he opened the door and vowed that he'll never come back. His glasses were not the ones he used to wear for fun. He was really losing sight, and the thought of it made her giggle inwardly. His face was now different, cold and serious, but still with some familiarity. Oh my god, familiarity. Fine, whatever. In him that still made her smile a little. She smiled after months, and it was because of the man she hadn't seen since the past 10 years. Both of them left a piece of their existence in each other, which they tried to find in someone else, but failed. Maybe we have to let each other go, he said again, as he stood up and eyed the negative test in her hand. Betty, he whispered back, looking into the same emerald eyes, which used to shine once, but now they were deadly and desolated. What was fate doing now? Still nobody knew the answer. They were as clueless now as they were 10 years ago.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, that was pretty good.
Hey.
I must say.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Oh, shit, that was a good one, too. Freaking,
I'll send it to you.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I love the young people.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old
man?
He poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague onto our houses. He did? No. But are we just gonna wait around until he does?
No.
Wait a minute. This isn't my dollar. It's ripped up. It's basically, it's been like a lot of stuff on it, and then it was kissed by Coral number 2 lipstick. Actually, it's Coral number 3. Bro, that episode was so good too. I wonder what next week's fanfic is gonna be. It's either gonna be that Justice League one or the WandaVision one.
What did you say?
It's either the Justice League one that Sienna sent me or the WandaVision one.
Okay.
Something like that. Hey, Squidward, want to play? No. Are you sure? Yes. Hey, I know something funnier than 24. Let me hear it. 25. Bro, freaking SpongeBob back in the day was so good.
Yeah, and that was the first 5 seasons. I meant the first 3. First 3 seasons. That's why.
You know what's funny? On Amazon Prime, the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are free. Like, the actual good seasons are free, but everything else is bad and you have to pay for it. Yeah, joke's on you, Amazon Prime.
Okay, I did add a new clip that you can play.
What's up, Kavar? Oh, hang on. Now we're gonna test it out live on air.
This isn't me millionth dollar. This is an ordinary dollar that's been crumpled up, torn slightly, soaked in a lagoon, and kissed with coral blue number 2 semi-gloss lipstick.
Actually, it's coral blue number 2.
See, you should have ended it with SpongeBob getting like his head knocked in with the freaking fishing pole.
Okay, I will make adjustments with that clip.
I would say cut it down to where it's only explaining like what's actually on the dollar, and then SpongeBob getting hit with the freaking fishing pole. Damn, I can't believe we never thought of that, where we basically never put SpongeBob clips.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird that we didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck?
I have to get some more clips on my side also. basically, we have all of the intro.
What's up, Kavari?
For the last.
Wait, we got the intros for what?
No. I'm talking about my stuff.
Oh.
Not my clips. It's like I have all of my intros. The No God, Please No. Andy from The Office on that wall, in which, yes, Austin, you are allowed to use that. My trash compactor thing.
And how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah.
I love the young people.
Yep.
Like, I love the first time too. It's like, oh, he's gonna kick my butt, and that's oh, so you like kicking butts, do you? Let's see how you like it. Howdy, young people. Nice day today. So you like kicking butts, do you? Well, let me teach you this lesson, old man. Kabari's like, when are we getting that Grace Randolph clip?
We'll get the clip soon.
It's obviously gotta be the one that goes, you know.
We'll get the clip soon, Kavari.
We're gonna get it. Yes, we are definitely gonna get it soon, and we're all gonna love it. Howdy, young people. Nice day today. So, you like kicking butts, do you? Well, let me show you how you like it, old man. God. SpongeBob's so good.
SpongeBob clips are the best.
Oh, man, it is.
We gotta get a Shrek one also of just him saying donkey.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so thinking about moment, why on God's green earth, dude, the CW keep insisting that making basically a fanfic OC is better than just like, I don't know, using the actual comic characters?
Well, see, the thing is, that would mean that the CW actually has to be competent in their writing, and they actually have to be smart.
Like, hey, instead of continuing the whole Kate Kane character, let's freaking make a whole new character that we can make like freaking readers get invested in. Hey, screw this whole like important relationship between a Green Arrow and Black Canary. Hey, let's make this whole Olicity bullshit. Yeah, it's like I know Wes Allen is like canon to the comics, and I should like it because of that. Which no, I don't, because everything about Wes Allen in the show is just terrible. And it's not something to do with race. The writing for that relationship is just crap. And Iris's character is just written such crap. Okay, I need to rest my throat.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I hate Iris from season 3 and up.
Agreed.
Like, she just I bug her. Yeah, like she really bugs me, especially just and I mean it. Like I was talking to my friend Grant the other day, and he fully agrees with this. When Barry was talking Flash, and she said, Barry and Iris were talking to each other, and then Iris is like, "No, we are the Flash." I'm like,
"Oh God!"
I went, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah, like, bitch, please.
About bitch, please talk to my hand.
Yeah. Also, you remember that whole like thing where she was telling Eddie about how she doesn't care about what the future says and she won't choose who she wants to be with? Yeah. Good on you, Iris. You totally stuck to that promise you made, Eddie.
Yeah. And freaking Iris is bitching at Barry because, he went into the Speed Force even though it saved everybody.
Yeah, exactly. The city would have been destroyed if he didn't.
And it's like with Barry, he's trying to find Iris this season. It's like, how about you just leave her be?
Like, Caitlin is right there, like she's right there in front of him. Like she was the one that I was like, dude, I hope they get together. But no, they're like, no, West Allen all the way. And I'm like, yeah.
Dude, like back in the day, I would have preferred Barry and Kara become a thing over West Allen.
Well, you see, I kind of ship them, as you could tell by some of my fan fiction streams.
Also, here's something you need to know about me. When it comes to each of my favorite characters, I have an OTP, background ship, and 2 crack ships.
Wait, what? What fan fiction? Wait, what?
Yeah, okay, so my OTP for Kara is obviously Caramel. My backup ship is Kara and James because I will admit it was fine. And my crack ships are Super Flash and Super Bat because, yeah.
The James Olsen one I actually disagree with because
That's fair.
I did not like the relationship in the show. It felt really forced. I don't know if that's just me.
It did because she get out with him. Oh.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like the relationship could have worked if they had stopped just dancing around the bush and have them get together, but halfway through season 1.
I was so pissed off that her and Wynn did not become a thing.
You know, I'm not so mad about that personally. I'm not that mad.
I'm not mad about that either.
Oh, I was angry.
I would have been okay with the James thing if they got together at the end of season 1. They were together until maybe halfway into season 2, where Kara's like, no, and because when she finds out that James is Guardian, it should be more so like, all right, we're done because I don't want to see that. And then that's when she starts falling for Mon-El, and then you do something like that. I mean,
and not have Mon-El leave.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I just hate the way he just ups and leaves at the end of season 3 is just like, writers, fuck you.
Yeah, and then when he does, then he returns, and then it's now like he's been in the future and all of that, and he has a wife.
No, I mean after that, when he leaves at the very end of season 3, and then we don't see him again in seasons 4 and 5.
Didn't he appear in season 5?
Well, ish, but that's through Mixie sending her back in time.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I remember skipping some of season 5. And I think I remember the episode where Wynn came back. Because I'm going to tell you guys, the reason why I was so pissed off that her and Wynn did not become a thing, because they kind of set that up a little bit in season 1, as well as Wynn was my favorite character.
Well, they did have Kara say that she didn't feel that same way about Wynn.
They could still write something. Yeah, exactly. They friend zoned my friend. Oh my god. I feel his pain.
Grant, Gus, and Flash, and Ezra's Flash is connected now. Is it possible for Grant to show up in the Flashpoint movie?
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
Well, I mean, Ezra and him were in the Flash movie. Or no, the thing.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Crisis. So I would think and this is just me, I would think that was a scene that was also in the movie. Or that would be in the movie. I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I kind of want this Flash movie to reset everything. They have to start over because they need to press this button now. Because I'm sorry, when it comes to movies, they're fucked. Let's be real.
They're beyond fucked.
They're fucked. They can't restore it. They can't restore themselves. They're already way too late.
AJ, you set the Mustafar if you're in the friend zone.
Exactly. Lava planet.
Yeah,
fuck those lava people. Planets.
How dare they mess up my friend Wynn? Alright? They could have done something. Like
well, my man Wynn is a cool guy,
Yeah, I do like Mon-El. Mon-El is like my second favorite character. But guess what? Wyn's the guy who should have been with Gar.
Yeah, no offense to Ninja, but you're not gonna top Kara Amano for the sake of the fact that not only did they get together in real life, but now they're parents.
That really did not happen.
Yes, that absolutely does count. I will take that as a victory in stride. I'm totally not salty.
Anna, that's an Elseworld story. The real story is that
Elseworld story, my ass. Lionel still has her necklace.
Let Greg Berlanti run the DCEU. You know what? Let anybody run it. For God's sake, let someone else run this freaking thing. We need to figure this shit out.
Run it.
No.
Yes.
No.
They're not. He's not going to run it. Let's be realistic here. He's not going to.
He was originally doing it, at least.
He
and
was.
I personally feel that was a mistake.
That's not a mistake.
I mean, I'm not going to say it was a mistake. I mean, I think that Zach did a lot of great stuff with it. I'm not going to say he didn't do anything bad with it, because he did. Let's be honest with ourselves. He did do some things that were questionable. But at the end of the day, I do respect Snyder for what he did.
But I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not denying that, I'm not saying that Snyder shouldn't have been able to tell his vision. I just have a problem with the vision himself. The vision itself, where, I feel like Snyder misses the mark on, the fundamentals of these characters and what makes people like them.
Well, he got Batman correct.
Right? Yeah, he got Batman correct, but he got Superman completely wrong.
Well, I could also say that part of the arc, or else the first Superman movie of the DCU would have been called Superman something, not Man of Steel. Because if you realize this whole arc, because I've read the entire outline, it's basically Superman becoming Superman.
Well, yeah, but I have the problem with that in the fact that, why would you kill him in the second movie when you look at the DC animated movie universe, we got 20 or so movies of getting to know Superman and well before they killed him.
That's a good point.
It is a good point.
Yeah. I think on yesterday's stream, I actually made a roadmap. Because the one thing that I would have done differently is if I was WB and if I was the DCEU and if I was Zack Snyder, I would have actually taken stuff from Marvel's playbook, because they had to be like, okay, what worked, what didn't work, let's perfect this. Because the thing is, the only two characters that most people would know is Batman and Superman. That's it.
Because that's the thing is that, the problem with Snyder's vision is that, I can see he has a vision, yet he doesn't want to do any of the world building to make that vision work.
Now with that, I would kind of disagree. I will say, yeah, Suicide Squad was pointless. I don't know why the hell they did that as, the third entry. That, to me, Snyder, he did not even write it. I think he was a producer on it, but that was... But with Aquaman, he helped write a little bit that I heard. He was helping James Wan before he left.
Welcome, Aiden.
Welcome, Aiden.
Austin LDG made some good points about the Snyder Cut and the problems it has.
Says the same guy.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Every single movie has problems. But if Snyder doesn't come back, because I know Snyder's not going to come back. So
I think some of the movies like Flash and Aquaman and stuff should have come before Justice League, if that makes any sense.
No. Well, Aquaman, I disagree. Because I really do love the movie how it is. Taking place after.
Well, I agree on that notion. I liked the Aquaman movie. I feel like it's in my top 5 of the DCEU movies. But I still feel like it would have done a better job of letting us get to know his character first before we see him in Justice League.
Yeah, my roadmap was this: you first do a Superman movie, then a Batman movie, then you do a BVS type movie, then Wonder Woman. You don't kill off Superman. You do Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and then Justice League.
No Flash now, Austin?
I would actually have the Flash be kind of like what they did with Batman and BVS, where they show his backstory, not necessarily a flashback, but more so kind of give him his own time, like they did with Cyborg in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then Justice League would be basically the same, just put out some stuff.
Yeah, Steppenwolf, I would still keep the main villain because you want to build up to Darkseid.
Yeah.
And that's why I would have 4 Justice League movies in total, because each Justice League movie is going to slowly build up Darkseid as this huge threat. The first Justice League movie is going to establish that Darkseid is a thing, and he is just like a threat. Like, his presence is there. Then in the second movie, the Injustice League, because Darkseid is, in whole honesty, in Justice League 2, he's preparing to attack, but you just don't know when.
Yeah.
What about the Legion of Doom movie or the Justice League Find the Legion?
A what?
Well, we have to do something with Legion of Doom.
Yeah, the Legion of Doom is going to be in Justice League 2.
Okay.
Darkseid is going to be a main point in those 4 Justice League movies, but the Legion of Doom would be in Justice League 2, but at some point during the movie, you know that Darkseid is planning something, but Darkseid says not yet, because he's biding his time, because he knows that at some point, something is going to happen that he's going to use that to his advantage. That's when Justice League 3 comes in, and that's when I would do Brainiac.
You know what, Austin? I would actually love to listen to a video of you just explain your whole roadmap.
Oh no, I can do it now. But Brainiac, to me, with Justice League 3, because Brainiac is going to miniaturize a lot of things because it's Brainiac, and Brainiac is going to be the toughest challenge they faced. And then when everybody's at their weakest, that's when Darkseid shows up.
I feel like I would save Brainiac for a Man of Steel sequel and use that to introduce Supergirl.
That could work too.
Yeah.
But I feel like Brainiac is also a Justice League level threat.
Well, he is. I'm not denying that, but I just feel like you could also tell a personal story with Superman and Supergirl with Brainiac as the main villain.
All right. So, guys, do you remember the scene? It was before Superman's resurrection. That they were walking past, and there's a girl in one of the pods in the Kryptonian ship.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be Kara?
I think that's Supergirl. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Flash looked over and saw that, so I think that's Supergirl in there. So.
And I can even say, I think each character should have 4 movies.
Agreed.
With Man of Steel, with Superman, I could even tell you the villains of each movie for me. So with Superman 1, I would actually have it be somebody like
Zod.
To me, I think with each film, they need to gradually make it something bit the first villain should be a threat, but not in the sense of it's a main level threat. Zod should be somewhere. Because I do still want to do the Death of Superman storyline. You should still do that in this universe.
I would say Death of Superman no, actually, make it the 3rd one, and you Reign of Superman for the 4th one.
Who worked for... How about we think of someone who could possibly be working... Okay, how about Bizarro? That would be interesting.
Yeah, I would do Bizarro.
Bizarro would be interesting, but I don't know where he would fit in a if I was doing the roadmap, I don't think Bizarro would be anywhere near that.
Okay, and instead of Doomsday in BVS, how about you replace him with Bizarro? That would be interesting, because that would make sense anyway.
Well, actually, yes, that would make sense. Lex Luthor is going to try to stir the pot in a sense where he's going to want to be all right, he's the imposter, and then Batman's oh, I'm going to fight you, and then Superman's no, that's not me, and then Batman's all right, I believe you, and then Lex Luthor's oh shit, this didn't work, so then you got to also introduce another villain, because to me with BVS, Bizarro and Lex Luthor, yes, they can be the main villains, but I feel like Bizarro would be more a 3rd villain.
Yeah.
Where he's not doing much in the movie.
And we all know that Lex has the same for quoting Superman. Connor, anyone?
Yeah, I would say something like that. I actually might just do an entire video where I'm just being all right, here's what I would have done with the DCEU.
Yeah,
and here's a roadmap.
you should do it like in phases. So phase 1, what you would do, then you tell them the story of like each movie and the characters that you introduce and what they need to do in order to connect. I mean, that would be perfect, Austin.
Because
I agree.
I already know what I would do with my 4 Batman movies. Like, that's the one character I know already, like, where I would go.
Well, yeah, because he's the best one now, Paul.
Like, in the first Batman movie, you have to establish, again, I agree, you need to establish that he's 40. You can't establish him like he's middle-aged. You can't establish him as...
And Deshaun just suggested Mongol in the chat.
Mongol would be good, too. And Jack's like, what's up, Jack's Law? Yeah, why you and why you want to see it that way. Indeed. But with Batman 1, it's like you have to establish he's 40. I would not kill off Dick Grayson.
You don't do that.
I get what Zack Snyder was going for. It was interesting, but I would have liked something a bit like not necessarily comic book accurate, but I would have liked something a bit like more like Jason Todd, because Jason Todd.
Why didn't you just make it Jason Todd be the Robin that died? Why Dick Grayson?
Okay, I just thought of so how about for that like Man of Steel movie? What about Black Zero? If you know who Black Zero is.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some.
Or maybe you could do someone like Lobo.
Because, well, Black Zero was the reason for destroying Krypton and all of that. So I'm trying to think of something.
Well, he's in some like parts of continuity because they tend to retcon what destroyed Krypton.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm trying to think of.
Because with my Batman movies, I know, because like each movie, I want it to be like, because Batman is basically going to be the Iron Man of the DCEU.
Makes sense.
Because Batman, like everybody knows who Batman is. It makes sense to market the DCEU as Batman more so in the forefront, along with Superman and Wonder Woman, but Batman more so because they know who Batman is. They're like, okay, we're definitely, because the way I would go about it is Batman at the end of Justice League 4 with Darkseid is going to die.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and that's the thing, like Superman is definitely the Captain America kind of guy that actually takes charge when like the team has to go out and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, I would even say this too. In Phase 2, that's when I would introduce Shazam and Green Lantern.
Nice. Now that I do agree with.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
And even in Phase 2, you could do Suicide Squad, but
I would do Suicide Squad first. I would save it for a Phase 2.
Or Phase 3.
Yeah, I would say maybe Phase 3, because Phase 2 should be more so a continuation of what we got, and then Suicide Squad can come at a later date. Like Black Adam, I would also say for Phase 3.
Yeah, and Austin, please tell me that your first two Batman movies won't have Joker in it.
No.
That because
you gotta say Joker.
I'm sick and tired of seeing Joker in like
either
the first one or the second one of the movies. It's like, come on.
No, the villains in my first one is Black Mask and Deathstroke.
Okay, that works. That works.
No, but I said that yesterday. So.
And then the second one, I would have the villains actually be Riddler and Scarecrow.
Yeah, it does work.
Okay, yeah.
And then the third one, I would have it be Hush.
Hush, yeah. No, but that makes sense also. So
because then that's where I bring in Joker, and then the fourth movie is actually going to be an adaptation of Under the Red Hood.
That makes a lot more sense.
Because see, listen, I already have this shit worked out in my head. At least when it comes to Batman.
Austin, you better tell me the entire thing later in DM.
I will.
Good. I share all my fanfic stuff with you. You better share this with me.
Like, Batman's the only person as of this moment. It's like the Batman movies and the Justice League movies, I already know what I want to do with them. Everything else is like a work in progress.
I can help with Superman stuff. I am a big Super Family fan.
Oh, I love Superman as well, but the problem is with Superman, especially when it comes to his origin story, is that like I know how the origin story I want to go in, but when it comes to the villain, because
again, that's why I'm offering my help.
I can also help at some point.
Like I personally like because Amazo and Mogul would be good choices, but not as a first villain.
Yeah, definitely not.
I'm trying to think of some.
What about Metallo for a first one?
Metallo would be good.
Yeah, John Corbin.
Or maybe you could even establish Lex Luthor and he creates Metallo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, there I go. I'm already going.
Yeah, because like for the first couple Superman movies, Lex Luthor should definitely be the guy like seeding the other villains.
Yeah, and then also make like the smaller villains also be like just how and I can't believe I'm using this example, but you know how like Shocker was used in Homecoming and the Prowler and all of those Austin?
Yeah.
Basically do that for like small villains like the Prankster or like those little Superman villains that
Nishan,
really
that is a good roster. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a good outline. I mean, what am I saying? I don't know.
Let's see here. Man of Steel, Batman, Man of Steel 2, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Justice League, Batman 2, Man of Steel 3, Wonder Woman 2, Teen Titans, Green Arrow, Green Lantern 2, Aquaman 2, Martian Manhunter.
I would go with that. Like, I think that's a good one.
But and actually, I also say this though too. Like, not every character is going to get their own movie.
Well, of course.
Yeah, that's also because it's like a Martian Manhunter movie would be pretty cool, but do I think it's strong enough?
Well, but I understand. But actually, I do like Deshaun's outline. But
yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
you know what I would do with Martian Manhunter though? I would actually make Martian Manhunter a show.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could see that. The Martian Manhunter, if you were going to give him a show, I feel like it would need. I feel like a good take with it would be like a noir detective drama.
But I would save Green Lantern for Phase 2.
Yeah, no.
Like
Green Lantern and Shazam are going to be saved for Phase 2.
Like still make Steppenwolf mention the lanterns in Phase 1 with Justice.
Well, yeah, you have to.
Like make it say no protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonians. This world. I love that. I love that quote.
Because rather than
sorry, go ahead.
Because here's what I would do at the end of the Justice League movie. Instead of doing the after credits scene where because while I'm taking stuff from Marvel's playbook, I'm not taking everything from them. Like, I'm not gonna save Darkseid for an after credit scene. Like, Darkseid should still be in the Justice League film itself.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end credit scene, you can have the Lex Luthor scene, but you also have something with Shazam. Like, not necessarily Shazam himself, but you could have some that, like, hints at Shazam.
Yeah, and
I would personally want... One thing I would also personally address, if I was in charge of a Justice League movie, is that I would address the whole thing with his son, Orion.
Also, please don't kill off Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, don't.
To me, I can't defend Zack Snyder with that. I mean, like, come on, you killed Jimmy Olsen. I mean, like,
because the whole thing with Orion and Darkseid at least in the comics, that they're always destined to fight to the death in a fiery pit.
Yeah, that's true also. And that's also, I want to bring up, because Kavari, Austin, and we were talking yesterday on the Marvel and DC Takeover stream. Just a little problem of ours with the Snyder Cut is just the way Darkseid was defeated in that flashback.
Yeah.
Like, come on, an axe from Ares, out of all things. Like, I would be even okay. Yeah, it was an axe, but he did his Omega beams and it reflected off of the axe right back at him. That would have been okay. That would have
been better.
I would have been okay. I would have even just been okay with Darkseid retreating and saying "not today" or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Omega Beams would be something that can take him down because to follow a random example, in the post-crisis like Batman Superman run, when they bring back Kara Zor-El as Supergirl, when she gets hit by the Omega Beam to protect Superman, she just gets turned to dust immediately.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Kavari's like,
So-
Austin, I hope you hire Michael Bay to direct all the Batman movies. You know what? Maybe not.
Oh dear
Yeah,
God! I
and
just
you also-
realized.
You better suggest the directors as well. I would love to see your choices for directors.
Well,
You know-
that's the one thing I can't do because that's the problem. Is like I don't know who you could get as a director.
Yeah. No, Austin, you know what I should have gotten you to read instead of that one World's Finals, World's Finest fanfic that one time?
Yeah.
I found a Batman and Supergirl fanfic.
Oh, I found a couple of those during my heyday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were, very interesting to say the least.
Would you do anything with Batgirl, Austin?
Would you?
Again, because my whole phase are in I would actually have Barbara be Oracle.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like you can have her around in like the Batman movies.
Yeah, no, like she's gonna be around. Like
ones.
I want to feature everybody in the Bat family at some point. Like Nightwing is gonna be Nightwing because I think he should be Nightwing out of the gate if you're gonna have Batman in his 40s. Jason's gonna become the Red Hood, and then he's gonna be in the Batman 4. And then Barbara's Oracle. Tim Drake is gonna be the Robin, at least in Batman's 2, 3, 4, and basically the rest of the DCEU. And the plan for Tim Drake, and this is gonna be controversial, that after Batman dies, that's who I would make the next Batman.
Wait, you want to make it Tim instead of Dick?
Because Dick, the thing is with Dick is that Dick has made his own identity.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm going to work around that is I would give it to Tim. Because that makes sense. Because Dick's main thing, especially in the comics, is he's trying to get out of Batman's shadow. And the fact that he's putting on the Batman costume, that's kind of going against everything that he's trying to fight against.
Question when it comes to the Superman stuff. Would you give any nods to Supergirl or the Legion?
To Supergirl?
I'll do one better. Okay, so how about you introduce Damian also at some point? And then
here's the problem though. The League of Assassins are nowhere in my plan.
Yeah, you can't do Damian without the League of Assassins because
that's true. Crap. Okay.
That's why Damian's just not going to be anywhere near it because there's no reason for it.
Yeah. Okay, so about my question.
The Supergirl thing, that one is going to be tricky because I'm also planning to do a Teen Titans movie at some point.
Okay.
And I want Supergirl to be on that roster.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So maybe in the Teen Titans movie, that's where I would introduce her, and that's when the Teen Titans form or something. Like I said, I don't know what my official plan is.
Yeah, because she was with the Teen Titans for a bit in the comics.
Yeah, so Supergirl would be part of this. The only characters that to me are probably not going to get their own movie is characters like Green Arrow, like Martian Manhunter. Like Martian Manhunter can be a show, but Green Arrow shouldn't have his own movie. Like he's a good character, but he's not strong enough to be his own movie, and I don't think he could carry it. Because phase 2 should be because you want to complete the entire Justice League ensemble. Like Green Lantern and Shazam, that's basically the entire Justice League. And Martian Manhunter can come in at the end of Justice League and be like, hey, what's up? Can I be a part of it? And Batman's like, sure. You could do something like that. And then you could do the show, Martian Manhunter has more context. That's your Justice League. Now, you could do Hawkman and Hawkgirl, which...
Thank you. Sorry to throw my face.
But that's also the problem, though, too, is how many characters do you really... Well, you need a lot of these characters in this universe, but I'm also trying to find a limit.
All you need to do is that you just have a JSA spin-off or something and have Hawkman and Hawkgirl in that.
If I do a JSA thing, though, it might be in Phase 3.
That's fair.
Because I just don't... Because, like, I don't know where I would fit it in with Phase 2. Because Phase 2 is more like continuing, and it's basically continuing everything in Phase 1. Whereas Phase 3, that's where everything, like, is starting to pick up when it comes to, like, the finale. And I'm just like...
sorry.
No, like, that's just when, like, my mind just officially goes off into a blank, because I know, like, where I want to go in terms of movies, but I also want to limit the number that you get, because I don't want to go, like, 30 movies in each.
Right. Yeah, also, DC, can you stop doing this thing where it's just Hawkman or it's just Hawkgirl? They're a duo. You can't have one without the other.
Actually, hang on. I'm making myself a Google Doc right now, because actually, for the way I'm going to do my video is I'm going to have it in a Google Slides where I'm going to have pictures and, like...
Just like the PLJ rewrite?
Yeah, like, it's like general info, but it also has, like, just the pictures and stuff.
I was going to offer to make you a Google Doc, but fair.
Also, I wrote something in the private chat.
I did see it, and I actually agree with that, because Robin should lead the Teen Titans when he's there. Like, Dick, you could, but I feel like Tim makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and then he passes down the torch once he becomes Batman to Kara or Raven. So, you know.
Here, like, I'm just gonna pull up, like, just, like, Phase 1, at least what I'm gonna put in my Google Doc. Like, I'm not putting, like, the general information yet, it's just the movies that I had planned. So Phase 1, it would be Man of Steel. But I'm just gonna call it Man of Steel, because I was fine with the title. So Man of Steel, Batman 1. Then you would do... That's when I would do, like, a BVS type movie. Then I would do Wonder Woman. Then Shazam. Then I would actually do Aquaman, Flash. Oh, actually, no. Flash would have his own movie, and then that's when I would do Justice League.
No, also, to bring up something I think I mentioned last week, if you did the whole Batman Superman movie more along the lines of Public Enemies, you can have it whereas Bizarro and Luthor as two of your main antagonists, and that leads to Bizarro framing Superman.
Yeah, like that actually would work. And then with Phase 2, it would, because I don't want to start off the same way like I did. Like, Phase 2 should start off with Shazam and Green Lantern. And then that's when I would do, like, Batman 2. I don't know, like, some characters might not have a whole trilogy. I think the only characters that should have more than for movies. Well, actually, no. Everybody, at least in terms of the core. Well, the only 3 characters is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman should have 4 movies. Justice League should have 4 movies. Everybody else can have maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't really know for Wonder Woman. That's the only one now. I mean,
yeah, Wonder Woman's the trickier one.
I mean,
I say you can give one. I say you can give Wonder Woman 3, maybe 4, but you shouldn't feel obligated to give Wonder Woman 4.
I mean, like, I like the first one how it is, so keep the first one basic and similar. But then, like, second one needs to be the same exact tone. It can't be like 1984. That's
also
the main thing.
My one thing with Wonder Woman is that don't waste Ares in the first movie.
Well, who else would you do? That's a good
I would
question.
honestly do the whole thing to cheat on the first movie and then have Ares in the second or third one.
No, I would do Cheetah for the second one.
Okay, then who would you do for the first one?
Okay, we gotta think. How about we do more with Poison, Doctor Poison? Like
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
like that would be interesting. Doctor Poison. Then the second could be Cheetah, and then third one Maxwell Lord, because Maxwell Lord he needs to actually be shown like he is in the comic book, because everything that we got with him, no.
So, though the question is which one, where he's a good guy or where he's a bad guy?
Where he's a bad guy. I would do it that he's basically a bad businessman, or you can even do that with another thing, like maybe what's Maxwell Maxwell Lord. How about Lord Industries is mentioned during maybe a Batman movie or something like that. So we can connect it all together, piece it all. Yes, Wonder Woman 1 was perfect, Kavari. You're absolutely right with that.
It was a really good movie.
Sorry, now I'm like really focused on like this freaking Google Doc.
It's good. It's good.
Now you know how I feel when I'm like doing rewrites and all. I'm like, okay, let me think about this.
Yeah, to be honest, same. Yeah. Also, Austin, feel free to use any of our ideas that we're helping with, or not. Your pick.
I will. I'm actually gonna share it. But the thing is, though, it's like just like an FYI for the roadmap. I'm not gonna like put in like specific information. It's just like here are the movies I'm gonna do. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, if anything, I might just put like which villains I'm gonna use.
Yeah, that I would also do, because that's the same
that's fair.
When I did my roadmap for Raccoon Man, you remember that, Austin?
Yeah.
I put all the episodes, and then I put which villains has to be introduced or done in those episodes. So
that is true too. Because right now, in here are the movies I have for Phase 1. Man of Steel, Batman 1, BVS, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, Justice League. Phase 2, Shazam, Green Lantern, Batman 2, Man of Steel 2, Wonder Woman 2, Flash 2, Aquaman 2, Justice League 2. Phase 3 was Black Adam, Teen Titans, Suicide Squad, Batman 3, Man of Steel 3, The Flash 3.
we're gonna have to rename some of these.
Well, I know, but I'm just like, as of right now.
Maybe do the Caped Crusader instead of just Batman 1.
Well, Batman's gonna have other titles, but
I know.
But I think with Aquaman, I'm just gonna give him 2 movies.
Yeah, Aquaman having 2 is just fine.
Because as much as I like Aquaman and I like Jason Momoa, I would not have more than 2.
Yeah, same.
I'm trying to think. I would kind of keep the first one the same.
Well, no, I'm like certain movies can stay the same, but as far as like where it would fit in the DCEU,
I would go. Yeah, you can talk.
No, like Aquaman goes before Justice League, so that way you establish who the character is, and he can become Aquaman, and that way in Justice League he's Aquaman. Has the suit, the trident, and all. As far as who else I want to introduce in Phase 3, well, actually, you know what? In Phase 2, I would introduce Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, actually, in Phase 3, I will agree. I think we should do like a JSA type movie.
Yeah. Also, Shayra is better than Kendra. I said it.
What about Green Arrow?
Green Arrow, I think with Green Arrow, he's not a character that I would have a movie. He's a character that I would have. Well, I can't do a show because then it'd be. But if anything, Green Arrow will more than likely be not like a side character, but I would have it be something like, I don't know, like he's just like there, I guess.
And also, you know how I feel like this hero would fit perfectly with the Justice League, at least the suits that we got, alright? The Atom.
The Atom would be cool.
Alright?
But
I mean, like,
he's
I
just
know.
He's another character to me, though, that does not need a movie.
Yeah, he really doesn't. The other question is, which one would you make him? Would you make him Ray Palmer or Ryan Choi?
Now that I don't know.
That one is more of a toss-up. But with that being said, though, guys, we can talk a little bit more afterwards. We did reach the 2-hour mark. I want to thank Deshaun, Kavari, Jack's Law for popping in, EJ, Aiden, Shadow Hunter, Anzo was here for a bit. You know, you guys are awesome. Definitely appreciate you guys. I'm going to go around the panel, tell everybody where they can find you guys at. So we'll start off with Sauerkraut. Where can they find you at?
Alright, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Sauerkraut, !, where I will be streaming my own. I will be streaming on my own channel right after this in 30 minutes, where we review, or I review, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 1 of the show. And you can also find me on Discord at Sauerkraut, ! number 4433, and also Instagram at Sauerkraut06. Thanks for having me on, Austin.
No problem. Next up, Nindroid. Where can they find you at?
Alrighty, guys, you know the channel, Nindroid243, where we are trying to get myself up to 200 subs by the end of next month. So come check me out. I do a lot of fun stuff over there. I just released my sequel trilogy, Nindroid Cut trailer, which I am re-editing all 3 of the sequel trilogy installments, including Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker, into movies that the majority of fans would actually enjoy. As well as, you know, my shows, Galactic Chat, you know, Marvel and DC Takeover. I feel like we're going to be doing a lot more stuff with films and shows as a category. So, yeah, expect some movie reviews and some maybe Funko Pop reviews as well, on openings and more. And, you know, you can always find me on Austin Stowers, you know, Zach Daxiolas, Aiden, if he ever streams, you know, all those great people. And thank you, Austin, for having me on, as always.
No problem. CC, where can they find you at?
Mainly Instagram and Twitter. My Twitter is CC Love Fanfic. It's it's letter C, double E, another letter C, double E, and then love as in LUV fanfic. And how you spell fanfic is obvious.
Very, very nice. I have everybody's channels in the description. Go check me out there on their channels when you can. Yeah, just go and subscribe to everybody. We're a community, and I want to see everybody, you know, get to where they need to be. So please go and do so. And with that being said, though, guys, that about wraps it up. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Austinator signing out. See you later. See you later, guys.
Your Highness, I'm sure it's not that noticeable.